These are the 3 biggest blind spots that quietly sabotage your growth. You might be stuck at a ceiling right now, or maybe you're itching to get to your next level. What happens is most business owners lead with strategy. They're like, okay, cool, I need a new offer, I need a new marketing channel, I need to do this new shiny thing. But what if I told you that that's not the reason you're stuck? The real reason you're stuck is because you are not dealing with these 3 silent sabotages that are killing the growth in your business. So in this episode, I'm going to reveal the 3 biggest blind spots, how to identify them, and exactly how to move past them. Let's go. So blind spot number 1 is your capacity. Your capacity as a creative is one of your biggest constraints. It is the blocker that you're going to hit first. So most creatives, they come to me and they're like, I really want to grow. I really want to make more money. I want to level up. I want to get more clients. The problem is I don't have any space to take on any more work and I'm booked out until 3 months from now. That means you have a capacity constraint and that is hindering your growth. And it seems really obvious and straightforward, but what is happening is you hit a ceiling and you can never bust through it. Because you've only got so many hours in a day, there's only so many projects you can take on. And so the capacity blocker is the first thing that we need to resolve. So I want you to think about the fix here is we've got to buy back time. We've got to be thinking about, okay, cool. If I don't have enough capacity, how do I buy back time? There are 2 ways that you can do this. Number 1, you can delegate. So I guarantee you there are things that you are doing every single day that you should be delegating to someone else. The problem is for most creatives, they go, oh, no one's going to do it as well as me. I feel silly outsourcing this because I can do it myself. Or I've hired someone before and it didn't work out, so I'm never going to hire again. Any of those sound familiar? I'm sure that they do. What we want to do is we want to go, okay, what are the $10 tasks that I'm doing in my business right now? What are the low value tasks, the tasks that are administrative, that are repetitive? How could I get those things off my plate? And that's where I want you to start. I want you to start by delegating your admin because the creative stuff is more subjective. There's more skill involved. So start with, okay, how could I delegate some of the admin so that I can get that off my plate and I can have more time, more energy, more capacity for my genius zone. The second way we're going to buy back your time is we are going to automate. There is so much opportunity for you to automate the repetitive daily tasks in your business. There are tools like Zapier, Make, that allow you to integrate all of your tools so that they talk to each other. So what I want you to do is I want you to audit the tasks that you're doing right now that are draining your energy, that are taking up all of your time. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go to ChatGPT and say, hey, these are all of my tasks. Which of these can I automate? What tools can I use? And it is going to tell you all of the ways that you can automate. I want you to start with 1, the thing that's the most time consuming for you. The cool thing about the automation piece is that you set it up once and it works for you. So there's a little bit of time in the setup, but once you've got it set up, it's running for you. It's buying you back time every single day. You can run a very lean, very profitable creative business on automation without losing your personalization and without having a huge team. So there's a huge opportunity for you right here. The key mindset shift that gets people stuck here, because I think people cognitively understand, okay, cool, I need to buy back my time, I need more capacity. The key mindset shift I want you to get is that your time is valuable. You need to assign a dollar value to your time. So you might be $100 an hour, you might be $500 an hour or $1,000 an hour, whatever it is. Then I want you to cross-reference, okay, how have I been spending my time and how expensive is my time, right? How much is my time actually worth? When we look at that, we can go, like I look at my schedule sometimes and I'm like, why am I spending my time on this thing? We have to see our time as highly valuable. And this is where people get stuck. Because they think, no, I can do this myself. No, I won't outsource that. That's silly. Or I don't need to, I can do it. I'll just keep going. We need to actually go, all right, my time is worth more. If you want to get to this next level, your time has to be worth more. So capacity is blocker number 1. The fix is you've got to buy back your time. You've got to get a really good relationship with outsourcing, delegating, automating. Okay, blocker number 2 is the skill gap. So pretty much what happens when you start a business, right? You kind of go, okay, cool, I'm a really good graphic designer. I'm a really good web designer. I'm a really good photographer. And then you start to realize, oh, only like 20% of my time is actually spent taking photos or editing videos or designing websites. There's this whole other piece that I've got to learn. You've got to learn how to market, how to craft offers, how to price your offers, how to sell, like how to onboard clients, how to deliver, all of these things. These are all skills. And so what happens is when we hit a ceiling in our business, a lot of the time we've actually hit a skill ceiling. So it means that we don't have the skills to break through to that next level because we don't know what we don't know, right? So what we need to be thinking about here is, what are the gaps in my skills right now? Maybe the gap, if you're struggling with lead gen, maybe the gap is, I don't know how to run ads. I don't know how to market my business. I don't know how to create content. Okay, those are some skills that we've got to learn. So that could be one area. Maybe if it's sales, it's like, okay, cool, I don't know how to sell in my DMs. I don't know how to put together a really good proposal. I don't know how to sell on calls. I don't know how to prep my clients so that they come in warm. I don't know how to qualify clients. There are so many like micro skills in all of these pieces. And so what we don't know, we don't know. And so the gap is your own capability. You're going to feel so much more confident when you become more competent in your business. So the fix here is you've got to invest in yourself. You must be investing in upskilling. And the cool thing about marketing, selling, all of these things, they're actually money-making skills. And so these skills compound. You know, when I started my business, I didn't have the skill of selling. I was like, crap, I've got to figure this out because if I can't sell, then I can't eat. It was like, okay, I can't sell, I can't eat food. Okay, that's a problem. I've got to figure out how to sell. And so learning that skill, years ago I learned that skill. That has been a skill that has paid off time and time again. It's a skill that compounds. So this is where people get muddled. They think, oh, I don't want to, I'll wait until I'm ready to invest. Oh, I don't have enough money, or I've hit a ceiling, or when I break through this ceiling, then I'll invest. That's backwards, because we've got to learn the skills, and the way we learn the skills is by investing. So investing in learning how to market, investing in learning how to generate leads, how to run ads, how to sell, how to automate, how to use AI. All of these things are skills. And so the trick is knowing what to invest in and when to invest in it. We have to build this muscle of becoming the kind of person who invests in themselves regularly. I am always working with a coach. I am always investing in learning strategies. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be like small little mini courses or whatever, but it can even be free stuff. But we need to be investing in learning the skills and upskilling always. Because if you hit a revenue ceiling, often there's a skill ceiling. The third and final blocker, and this is the big one. And I wish I could tell you this is a one-time fix, my friend, but it's not. The third piece is identity. This is the big one. This is the work that continues. You will be working on your identity until you die. That is what we must do as humans. We're always growing, learning, and changing. One of the things I've learned through years of running businesses is that your business will never outgrow your identity. What does identity really mean here? It means your mindset. It means your beliefs, your self-worth, your confidence, your habits. All of these things form our identity. And James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, he talks about this idea of like, why don't we stick to our habits as an example? Why don't people do this? It's because they haven't made an identity shift. It's because their identity is out of alignment with their habits. So if we want to make a real tangible change, we have to shift our identity. We have to level up our identity. And so for me, I've had to really work on this. I've had to learn, okay, what are the money beliefs holding me back? What are the like self-worth pieces that are holding me back? What are the stories that I tell myself about people who are successful? What are the stories I tell myself about women in business, about work? What are all of these stories? And a lot of this is stuff that we've developed as kids that we have to unravel and go, okay, Do I still believe this to be true? This is the deep, deep work. The fix here is get clear on what you want and why you want it. We need to get crystal clear on what is it that I want? Why do I want it? An example, I want to reach $1 million a year. Let's say that's your goal. Okay, what do I want? I want to hit that goal. Okay, why? What does that unlock for you? What does that mean? And let's actually connect with, okay, how does it feel when I say that out loud? Am I just saying that because I saw someone on the internet that said I should want that? Or do I truly, deeply want that for myself? So we need to be able to get clear on what you want, why you want it. And then it's doing that deep work of it, like, okay, cool. If I want to hit $1 million, and if the reason is, you know what, I think this is going to really help me to provide for my family. It's going to give me freedom. It's going to give me choice. It's going to give me an amazing lifestyle, whatever those things are. That's your choice. That's totally fine. Then we need to get clear on what are the beliefs, what are the habits that are stopping me from getting there? What are the things I'm doing in my day-to-day life that are like contrary to this goal that I have, that are holding me back from that big picture, that new version of me? What are those things? And then we need to work on those things. You need to relentlessly attack those things because that's the constraint, right? Every single one of these is a constraint. We've got the capacity gap, the skill gap, the identity gap. For me, the biggest piece that I've had to work on as I've scaled and scaled and scaled is identity. And I'm doing this work at the moment. I'm like, okay, cool. We're getting to this next level. I can feel that we're about to get into this next level in our business. And I know, as Taylor Swift says, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I know that. So it's like, okay, cool. I've got to do this deep work again. It's not once and done. When we hit $1 million a year, the 3 months prior had been so much of this deep identity work. It had been like, okay, what do I believe about someone who could make that amount of money? What are my relationships with money? What are my relationships with, like, do I feel like this is going to be hard? And does it make me a jerk if I want this? So I had to unravel all of that, people pleasing, boundaries, all of this stuff I had to work on. I'm in this season again as we level up even more. And it's like, okay, cool. Get clear on what I want and why. This is the work that we have to do. On your path to 10K a month, you got to work through these 3 levels. On your path to 50K a month, you got to work through these 3 levels. On your path to $1 million, you've got to work through these 3 levels. I'm on the path. We're building an 8-figure thing. I got to work through these 3 levels, right? And so I just want you to know that at any point, these 3 things are pieces that we're working on at all times. And if you run a business, this is what you've signed up for. There's always a work in progress. There's always something that you're like, oh, okay, cool. I can improve here. I can make this better. This is part of the gig. It's fun. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's challenging, but it's so rewarding and worthwhile. Not just for your business, but for your life. Like, I'm a better person because I've worked through these things. So I want to encourage you, if you are, maybe you've recognized, okay, cool, I'm at the capacity gap right now. Let's start there. Let's fix that. Maybe you've recognized, okay, cool, no, my capacity is okay, but I'm at a skill gap right now. Okay, cool, let's fix that. Then we can look at identity. Okay? So my friend, I promise you, if you work through the capacity gap, the skill gap, and the identity gap, you are going to unlock a whole new level in business. And I'm so excited for you. Now, if you love this episode, please hit subscribe or follow wherever you're watching or listening to it. I love your work. Go get them.